Hello everyone, it's Kay here, and I'm just back today to share a little bit more of the handmade jewellery that I make. It will all appear in my Facebook group page for selling and also in my little Facebook shop. So I do hope you feel you'd like to go along and have a little look see. The makes I'm going to show you are really recent. There are a couple of pictures of one of two of the bracelets already up on the page, but I think it does help to see them in all their glory in a way that I can move them around and let you see the character of the pieces. The first piece is this rather lovely bracelet here. It's in turquoise, it's got glass pearls. I've used clear oh my word, I've forgotten the name. Super Duo beads and a bronze champagne coloured gold bead, which all works really nicely together. The clasp is gold toned and it's a toggle clasp. You just put the two ends together like so, and with a little bit of fiddling it goes through quite easily and sits on the wrist. Now this is approximately 7 inches in length and is as decorative on the back side. I'm trying to get the as it is on the front, but this is the side that you would wear next to your skin, which is obviously a lot more comfortable. I'll just try and come in a little bit more there, just so you can see it in all its fullness. It really is a lovely bracelet. The top decoration or embellishment of the bracelet is a 6mm pearl, and by name it's actually called the Moon Dust Pearl, and I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's got a very nice texture to it and a nice luster. So that's the first one. It is, as I say, already up on the page and has received quite a few likes, which I'm delighted about. Then I made a second one, and this one is exactly the same design, and here I'm just showing what a difference the colours can make, you know, and as always, should you see something that you like but perhaps not in the colour that you would prefer, then please feel free to private message me and let me know your thoughts, or you know, find out what it is that you would actually like, because I am open to making orders, especially for people. It does take a little bit of time because I do like things to come out properly, but you know, I am prepared to take on projects if that's what you would like. No, I've already got it wrong. I think the turquoise is probably about a 6.5 inch. The pink one is definitely within the 7 inch length. The turquoise one is definitely shorter, as you can see, and each component is just over 1/2 inch in length. So that's that one. Then I went on following my trip to the bead shop, which I talked about briefly in another video, in Burnham-on-Sea, highly strung. I actually bought these beads there and made this beautiful bracelet, which is a design put forward by the lady that owns the shop, and she had it displayed in such a way that I just knew I wanted to make it and put the bracelet together. It really is a delight. It's silver seed beads, 4mm bicone beads, if I can get them in order. These are the Swarovski crystal silver seed beads, and then the half Tila beads, and it is in two different colours. One is this lovely pinky lilac colour, and then there's a transparency in the same colour on the opposite side, and I think you'll agree it really is a super pretty bead. Very lovely with the nice warm weather coming along. It's another toggle clasp because I think they are safer than the magnetic clasps that are available, but I do try and source things that are going to be durable and give value for money. The other bracelet is this beauty, which is peaches and cream. It reminds me of, and it is a peach and it is a cream. Again, the half Tila with the Swarovski AB crystal, but what I've done here is used a champagne metallic seed bead just to marry up those colours and bring it all together. And again, it really is a very, very pretty, very, very easily wearable bracelet that just fits on the wrist quite nicely. You are aware it's there, but it's not heavy or liable to catch on things, even though it's quite a lacy bracelet. So that's that one. And then the last one that I've made is actually a rather super duper necklace. Now in the centre, and it is all attached, it's not a pendant per se, it is all attached into the basic make of the necklace. It's 19.5 inches long. It's using the triangle sharp beads, and in amongst those are some little bugle beads. The clasp is this lovely beaded clasp, which is all made up of exactly the same beads, so it all flows in together. There's the toggle aspect of the clasp, and they just nuzzle up together very nicely and keep the necklace in place. And by virtue of how it sits, it just lends itself beautifully to being around the neck. The strand, I'll just come out so that you can see it. The I'm going to say cord, but it isn't, because it is all beadwork. But what represents the chain of this is really very, very flexible, and it sits on the neck and the skin very nicely. The beautiful aspect here is a design by Kelly Dale from Off the Beaded Path, and it's made up of rivoli, which is a pointed backed glass cut. I don't know if it's going to focus. It's probably too close. Let me try again. Come out a bit, perhaps. See if that helps. That's probably a little bit better. The centre crystal is a 14mm rivoli, and then it is encased in bugle beads and seed beads. So it's got quite a dimension to it. It's probably about 1/2 inch in thickness, and then on the back the pointed aspect of the rivoli is covered by using these lovely little black seed beads. It's a matte colour because there's enough bling on the front of the pendant area to keep it right. I think if I were to do this again, I would probably keep it as a separate component, but for the purposes of this, and it will be reflected in the price, it is integral, and therefore you couldn't do anything other than wear it strictly as it is. If it were to be one long chain with the option of taking that off, because even the chain itself is really quite elegant, it would probably cost more, but I'm looking into sourcing some more beads for it. I would appreciate feedback on this one particularly. I know it's not going to be to everyone's taste, but I would like to hear thoughts on what you think of it. Now, what I would also like to do at this point, to people that are visiting my online bead shop regularly on Facebook and following my little group, which is also to sell the products that I've made, I would like to invite you to pass comment on something that you would appreciate having, and this time next week I will draw out a winner from the people that state their preference, and that will be a little giveaway of the handmade jewellery. I'm hoping it will go to someone who perhaps hasn't bought jewellery or hasn't had handmade jewellery before, because it is quite a nice thing to have. It's completely unique insofar as it's down to the individual person making the item to put their own colour coordination together and all that kind of thing. As part of that, I would also like this video to be shared, because I would appreciate having extra interest in the shop, in the hope that I will be able to sell some of these pretty little things and buy some more beads, which is what it's all about. So I will love you and leave you. Thank you for sharing this time with me, and I shall look forward to seeing your comments and seeing what it is from the group or the shop that you would like to have in your lives. Thank you so much. Bye bye for now. Take care, everyone.